Thank you to MPB for sponsoring today's video. Yep, it's finally my time to make that cliché video. I'm going to be taking a break from YouTube. This whole YouTube thing is not my full-time job. I'm actually doing my master's in computer science, balancing YouTube, university, and since last year also developing apps with Polychrome has not only been tough but nearly impossible. There wasn't really a balance there, and honestly I kind of tanked this last semester because I was so focused on making videos and finishing our first app. Go download Fujifilm if you haven't already, it would really mean a lot. I just finished writing exams and hands down, I did not do well, okay? I absolutely love making YouTube videos, but making these videos is insanely time consuming. You might think I don't upload that often, which is true, and I wish I could upload more videos, but I also just put so much work into every single video that it's simply not possible. As a very rough rule of thumb, if you see a video of mine, take the length of that video, turn the minutes into hours, and then multiply that number by 3. That's roughly how much work I put into that video. That means if I make a 20-minute video, there's a good chance I put over 60 hours of work into that. Sometimes I'll spend just hours researching and going through archive videos which are 80 years old to talk about the history of anamorphic lenses in cinema, and then it barely gets any views. But I'm not here to complain about the algorithm. Honestly, my channel in the grand scheme of things is doing better than ever. I always saw YouTube as my hobby, and last year I was able to take on amazing sponsors for videos, which is awesome because that just helps me a ton to justify the time I put in. But also meant I suddenly had hard deadlines for a lot of videos. The last 2 or 3 months of 2024 felt like I was just working non-stop, and that kinda took a toll on me. Then I finished 2 long-term projects in January, the Analog Vibes Volume 2 Lightroom presets and the Fujifilm app, and then I went right into studying for exams, which, as I mentioned, could have gone better. And despite putting in so much work, I still have a huge back catalog of photos that need editing and different trips I never made videos about. But all of that is not even the reason I'm taking time off from YouTube. The real reason is that in 4 days, at the time of recording, I'm moving to the north of Italy to do a semester abroad. I'm going to be living pretty close to the Dolomites, so I'm definitely going to be taking loads of photos and videos there, and that was pretty much the biggest reason why I picked this place for my semester abroad, because it was always a dream of mine to live in the mountains, take photos, go snowboarding, hiking, and mountain biking. But I just know that if I continue with YouTube the way I have been this past year, I would barely be leaving my apartment. I've been planning on doing a semester abroad for years, and now that it's finally here, I don't want to spend the entirety of it sitting inside working on videos. I hate the thought of not making videos, but I know I have to force myself to intentionally take some time off for this. It definitely wasn't an easy decision because first, I'm scared that the algorithm is just gonna on my channel if I take a long break. Secondly, I know my income is gonna tank while I have even more expenses. And third, for the past months, I've been declining pretty much all brands that contacted me, even really big names I've been wanting to work with for ages. So it feels like I'm letting a lot of opportunities for growth slip away, but I know I would regret it if I didn't make some sacrifices to enjoy my time abroad. I want to thank every single one of you for watching these silly videos I make, and all of your support over the past 2 years has been absolutely incredible. Especially everybody who chose to support me by picking up one of my Lightroom preset packs. Without you, I never could have kept my channel running over these past 2 years. If you feel like supporting me and want the best Lightroom preset pack I've ever made, I'm going to leave a link with a heavy discount for the Analog Vibes Volume 2 presets down below. It's the easiest way to get that dreamy pastel film look on your digital images, and it would mean the world to me if you want to check them out. I'm sure that I'm gonna make a video eventually during my semester abroad, despite not having my studio and only very minimal equipment, because I'm just absolutely obsessed with making YouTube videos, and it's going to be very hard to turn that part of my brain off. I'm definitely going to be taking photos and all that, and as I said, I still have a huge back catalog of trips that are waiting to be made into videos, but we'll see if or when I find the time for that. Also, we already started working on our next photo editing app at Polychrome, which I am super excited about, and I definitely want to spend time working on that over the next few months. But there is still one question left. what cameras am I bringing, knowing that this is the only gear I get to use for the next 6 months? What I want to do for the rest of this video is go through my entire camera collection, figure out what gear I'm going to bring, and sell a lot of what I'm not bringing, because otherwise it's just going to be sitting here collecting dust and losing value. What we're going to do is I'm going to split this table in two. The left side is stuff I'm going to sell, and the right side is stuff I'm going to keep. And all of the stuff I'm selling I'm going to be sending to MPB, who are sponsoring today's video. MPB is my absolute favorite way to buy and sell used photo and video gear. First off, if you buy used gear from them, you save tons of money compared to buying new, and in a lot of cases their prices are similar or even lower than on used marketplaces. But you don't have to deal with sketchy sellers. All of their gear is categorized into conditions, and every single item is photographed from all sides, so you know exactly what you're getting. But the best part is you get a warranty on all the used gear you buy, which makes MPB a no-brainer. Like, even if you buy a 13-year-old camera with a shutter count of 250,000, they'll give you a warranty on that, which is nuts. And if you feel like it's time to let go of some gear because it's just collecting dust and losing value, as I am doing today, MPB makes it extremely easy to send in your gear. Their professionals take a look at it and you have some extra money in your bank account in no time. Or you can trade it in for a shiny new toy. Go browse the amazing deals on MPB by clicking the first link in the description, which lets them know I've sent you. And now let's get back to sorting through my entire collection, which I've been putting off for a while. First off, we have the Fujifilm X100VI. I absolutely love this camera. It's definitely one of my favorites that I own. But I'm actually thinking about selling it. Because, well, first off, it's kind of broken, and originally I wanted to take it with me on this semester abroad, but now that it's kind of broken and I procrastinated sending it into repairs, that's, yeah, difficult. So, yeah, the shutter button doesn't really do what it's supposed to anymore. And I kind of want a Ricoh GR3X instead. MPB let me borrow that camera for my trip to Malta, and I absolutely loved it. And this camera is still worth a lot of money, so I might sell it and get the GR3X instead, because it's much smaller, but still has amazing image quality. So I think I actually am going to sell this. Oh my god, this is going to hurt a lot. I don't want to sell stuff. Okay, no, I need to be focused, and I need to be hardcore about it, okay? I really need to sell stuff. I have way too much. Next up, we have the Fujifilm X-A5. This is a camera that is really small. The body itself is super tiny. The lens I have up front here is relatively big, but the body itself is absolutely tiny, and it has this really fun and cute pop-out flash, which I absolutely love. But I think this has to go, because I took it with me on a trip to Brussels, which was really fun, but I haven't really used it much since. So yeah, definitely has to go. And I think I'm selling the lens as well, because I don't know, I'm just more of a primes man recently. Okay, I have like a drawer just with Fujifilm cameras. Next up, we have the infrared converted Fujifilm X-T10. I brought this to Japan and took some amazing photos with it. I had an absolute blast, but I haven't really used it since that trip. So I think I might actually have to sell it, because I really don't have that much space for camera gear to take with me. So I think I have to sell it. But I don't want to, but I think I have to. Why am I doing this? Okay, next up, DJI Mini 2. Not the newest drone, but actually the first drone that I owned. I bought it like a year ago and took it on one trip to Switzerland. And I've been very lazy with, yeah, just bringing it, because I'm a lazy and haven't brought it places. But I think I'm going to keep it and bring it with me, because when I'm in the mountains, I don't want to be in the mountains without a drone, if that makes sense. So I think I'm going to keep this and just hope that I'm going to be less lazy and use it when I'm there. Okay, next up, we have the camera that kind of started my YouTube channel, the Fujifilm X-T30. This is just, yeah, an amazing camera, and I just have a lot of emotional linkage to it, and I just really like it. I was thinking about selling this and keeping the Fujifilm X100VI, but now that that is kind of broken and I can't bring it, I think I'm going to bring the X-T30 instead. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. I have the Fujifilm X f27mm f2.8 up front here, and I think I'm just gonna bring that because it's, yeah, super tiny and works really well with this camera. And of course, I'm going to bring the FUTC disposable camera lens, which is just tons of fun. Can't really say much about that, so gonna bring that as well. Okay, we're gonna get serious now. Okay, next up we have my two red cameras, which, yeah, I can't sell them though. I just can't. It's like, that would be like ripping part of my heart out. I just can't do it. I'm not bringing them because they're way too big and I don't think I need them there. But I also just can't sell them. It's, no. No. So yeah, definitely keeping those. Oh my god, they're so freaking heavy. Next up, the Nikon D2X. This is an insanely fun camera. It is like a 20-year-old DSLR. It came out in 2005. I've done multiple videos on it actually. I don't know, I just use it like once a year when it's snowing out, and that's the one time a year I use it usually. But it's just so fun to hold. It's like the most ergonomic camera and it's so satisfying to use. I don't know, it's an amazing camera, but I think I have to sell it because I'm really not using it much, and I think I'm going to sell the lens I have for it as well. Why am I doing this? Okay, next up I have two cameras which I can't really show you right now because they are filming at the moment. I have the Sony A7III as my top angle and the Sony A7IV as my main camera for everything YouTube. The thing with the Sony A7III is that I don't use it all that much because, yeah, I only use it when I need like a second angle for a video, and that's not all too often, and I'm definitely not going to be able to bring it, so I think I have to sell it. But I'm definitely bringing the Sony A7IV because in my eyes that's still the best hybrid camera and my main camera for everything YouTube, and also my main camera for photography. A lot of people think I only use Fujifilm, but that's not true. Actually, my main photography camera is the A7IV because switching between photo and video is super seamless on that camera, and it just really performs image quality wise. So I'm definitely going to be bringing that as my main camera. Okay, let's talk about the lenses I'm bringing for the Sony. First, I'm bringing the Tamron 70-300, which is just an amazing lens because it's really lightweight and not all that expensive compared to other tele lenses for the Sony E-mount. It only weighs 550 grams, I believe, which is amazing for hiking, so I'm definitely going to be bringing this. Next up, my trusty Tamron 28-75 f2.8. This is the first version. I bought it like 5 years ago and it's still just going insanely strong. Like, this is my absolute most used lens, and I'm definitely going to be bringing this because it's just so versatile. This is the final lens I'm bringing and also my newest purchase. This is the Blazar Apex 50mm autofocus anamorphic lens, which is just incredible, honestly. What a time to be alive. So I'm really excited about using this more. I used it for my last video, which was tons of fun, and yeah, I'm definitely going to be bringing this because I want to use this a lot more. I totally forgot I'm also going to be bringing this lens, the Samyang 18mm f2.8, which is just very lightweight, very easy to carry, but yeah, very wide angle, which is awesome. And now some lenses that I need to sell. First off, we have the Sirui Saturn anamorphic, which is awesome and very lightweight, but now that I have the autofocus anamorphic lenses, I don't think I'm going to be using this much anymore. And also this one has a lot stronger character, which I prefer. This one gives you more of a cleaner look. I'm also going to be selling the Sirui 56mm f1.2, which is an amazing lens, no complaints, like really good for the price, and autofocus for Fujifilm, but I mostly use the X100VI, which doesn't have interchangeable lenses, so this has just been collecting dust, and I don't think I'm going to be bringing it because I really need to watch how much space I have for gear. So yeah, I'm going to be selling this. The last lens I'm going to be selling is the Laowa 10mm f4 Cookie. This is a super, just insanely small lens. It's really, really cool and it's super wide, but I haven't been using it all that much. Again, same reason, just been using the X100VI. And I don't think I necessarily need it because I already have my Sony gear, so I think I'm also going to be selling this. I don't know. Why am I doing this? I don't know why I get super emotionally attached to cameras, but that's just the way it is. I'm going to be sending all of these to MPB and yeah, they're gonna find a new daddy. Wait a minute. Okay, that's it basically. I'm going to see you sometime in the next couple of months again, I guess. Follow me on Instagram. I'm definitely going to be active on there still, but not on here. So yeah, in the meantime, go watch some of my other videos. They are really good, I swear. I put a lot of work into them. And yeah, maybe you could just watch those until I'm back, which is, I don't know when. Okay, bye.